Very good evening from the Tamandaya Hockey Stadium. It is the second semi-final of the Sultan of Johor Cup 2023 coming your way shortly, and that will see Australia taking on Pakistan. This is a game that will have great interest because India were defeated by Germany in the first semi-final, so Pakistan will want to go one better than their arch rivals, while Australia, well, they let a 2-goal advantage slip against the Germans, and they would love another bite at the Europeans. Well, we hope to catch up with both of the coaches leading into today's game, but unfortunately, Roland Altmans was Roland the Reclusive. We couldn't find him. We tried to find him in the hotel at breakfast and various times. So I'm afraid we've got no interview with the Pakistan coach, but we do have one with the coach of Australia, Jay Stacey.
Well, Jay, part one of mission accomplished. You're into the semi-finals. Are you happy with the way the team's been playing?
Yeah, reasonably happy. We've been building through. Of course, there's always things to work on, but yeah, reasonably happy with the way we've been playing, the way we've been preparing for matches. The players have been doing a lot of their own preparation work and in, looking at the oppositions and working out how they play and things like that, which is a really important part of their development. But yeah, I'm happy that we've made it through to the semi-finals, and as you say, that's the first step. And then we want to, try and beat Pakistan. They're a good team. We haven't seen them for a while. It's going to be a great challenge. They play a different way. So yeah, it's a great challenge for the boys and a great experience.
Yeah, I was going to say it's a hard team to do prep work on because they haven't been playing much as a junior side apart from the Junior Asian Champions Trophy.
Yeah, that's right. We've had a bit of a look at them. Obviously, we've seen them in 3 matches here, and we've studied them pretty well. The boys have got to present their SWOT tonight in their lines and things like that, which is a good education process for them. And then once they have that sort of thought process about Pakistan, then the coaching staff take over from them tomorrow. So a challenge. They play a different way. They're a little bit chaotic. Sometimes they're very well organised, and other times they're not, but they're very skillful individually. They can turn on a 1-cent piece. They've got terrific hands. They can score goals. They've got good penalty corners. So yeah, it'll be a challenge for us, and and all the same, we're up for the challenge.
Yeah, I was going to mention the penalty corners because they've got the most successful conversion rate in the tournament. So is that going to be something you're going to be saying, guys, we've got to watch and make sure we don't concede?
Yeah, not only for this match, but we do that for all matches, and we have a database of all the penalty corners attack we can find and all the defensive ones, and we really do study the opposition. That's led by the goalkeepers, and they're in charge of that domain. But of course, as youngsters under 21, we help them along the way, but it's we're sort of teaching them for the future as well as the current. Yeah, heading towards a Junior World Cup and beyond for their careers.
And just finally, obviously, losing last year's final, which was a cruel way to lose in a really tense shootout. There's a lot of the boys that are here from last year. Have they really got their eye on a bit of revenge and making sure they do the job this year?
No, well, it's not really revenge. It's a different group. There are some guys here that were there. It's not really revenge, but of course we want to go deep into the tournament. And as we spoke about earlier, it is, we want to win the tournament, but we are developing, we are growing. Our junior squad doesn't get together that often, so we're preparing for the bigger tournament sort of in December, but this is a terrific tournament and we would like to win. But it's not the be-all and end-all. We do want to grow as a group, and we do want to start playing in some good hockey, which we have been, but we want to continually improve each outing, each training, and individually and collectively.
Well, thanks, Jay, and all the best.
Thanks a lot, Ashtar.
That was Jay Stacey, the coach of Australia. The teams are getting ready to come out onto the pitch, so we'll turn our attention to the team lineups and the players I think you need to look out for. But I think the 2 goalkeepers for Australia, well, they're going to be tested if it comes to penalty corners. Max Larkin has been in great form, and Hunter Banyard will be, if he comes on, called into action. The other players that I think are going to be crucial tonight are the forwards. They're going to need to take the opportunities that come their way. The likes of Brodie Foster, Cooper Burns, and also Will Matheson. Lachlan Rogers was lively in the last game, and Liam Henderson is really establishing himself as the key pivotal player in the midfield for Australia. Turning our attention to Pakistan, well, there's one player is out for them, that is Ashraf, and in comes Arsalan wearing the number 19 shirt. Players for them that are going to be crucial: number 2, Arbaz from penalty corners, along with his defending partner Sufyan, who wears 3. Atisham Aslam, he is a defender, but he also plays fantastic passes and rarely makes mistakes when in possession. So he again could be a really crucial player. Their captain, Hanan Shahid, wearing the number 7, is lively around the circle. And I've been really impressed with Zikriya and Ali Gazanfar, who've been creating stuff around the circle. So watch out for them during this game. And also Abu Zar, who may also get amongst the goals. Our umpires for this game, as they lead the players out, are Mohit from India and Ole Ingversen from Germany. I'm Ashley Morrison, looking forward to sharing all of the action with you this evening. And it is a very warm evening. There is absolutely no breeze and the humidity is pretty high. So the players will line up, and just looking out there, it doesn't look as if Hunter Banyard is kitted up, or he's certainly not going out for the national anthem. So hopefully no injury there, but it will mean that Max Larkin will be doing the goalkeeping duties throughout the evening. Anyway, it was time for the national anthems, and first up will be the national anthem of Australia.
Technical officer is WC from Malaysia, and this umpire is Khalid Hussein from Hong Kong. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the national anthem of Australia.
And now we will have the national anthem of Pakistan. Well, two proud hockey nations about to go head-to-head in the semi-final here of the 11th edition of the Sultan of Johor Cup. Craig Murray, the captain of Australia, Hanan Shahid, the captain of Pakistan. Pakistan have never won the Sultan of Johor Cup. They were second back in 2016. Australia, well, they've won it twice and are looking to get a hat-trick of wins and join Great Britain and India with 3 victories here in Johor Bahru. Who will meet Germany tomorrow afternoon, or tomorrow evening, I suppose I should say? Will it be Australia or will it be Pakistan? Well, it's been a long old day. We've had a playoff for the 7th and 8th in the tournament, and Malaysia won their first game and got a 3-2 victory over South Africa. And then in the other semi-final, if you haven't watched the game and you're planning to and you don't want to hear the score, just block your ears for a second. But the final score was Germany 6, India 3. And so Germany will be in the final once again. And the big question is, who will join them? Will it be Australia or will it be Pakistan? Both of them played 3 games, won 2, drew 1. Australia, though, scored 9 goals, conceded 2. Pakistan scored 9 goals, but they conceded 7. So defence may well be the issue for Pakistan if they're going to overcome Australia. Pakistan as well conceded 4 goals from penalty corners. Australia conceded 1 from penalty corners, but Pakistan have the best penalty corner return of any team in the tournament, with Arbaz and Sufyan their main targets or marksmen from penalty corners. Cooper Burns pushes back and gets us underway. Australia in the green and gold. Pakistan not in their familiar green, but in the white and green. And just running away that time from Angus Adamson. Angus Adamson and his brother Hamish playing together for Australia. And they are twins. And I believe Hamish is just a few minutes older than Angus. Comes wide now to Arbaz. Loves to flick it high. Watched and brought down well by Campbell Geddes. Back to Geddes. And lovely little tackle coming in from the side, that time from Learcat. And Pakistan have got plenty of support here. Listen to that roar. Australian contingent is over to our left-hand side. Pakistan to our right, just down below us. Just trying to see exactly where they are, but they certainly made a lot of noise then. And that one missed by Craig Murray, and he's saying that the defender came in the 5 metres. So it should be a free hit to Australia. Played on quickly by Liam Henderson. Henderson into the circle, found a foot, that was brilliant. Henderson straight onto the foot of Sufyan. First penalty corner of the match goes the way of Australia. And we're only a minute and a half into the game. And Australia have several options from penalty corners. Cam Geddes is one of those options, but coming on with the instructions from the coach now is Angus Adamson. Henderson, who won the penalty corner, goes to the baseline. Geddes lines up at the first battery. Cooper Burns, I think it is, at the second. And don't be surprised if it goes to Cooper Burns, because this end, as I said in the previous games, has been tricky, but it goes to Geddes. It's a good trap. It's, well, appeals for Australia that was off the foot and off the, well, was that a save? I think it was indeed a save from Ali Raza. It's a long corner. Zinner plays it wide to Adamson. It's in again. Cooper Burns looks to pull it back and find a foot. Pakistan did really well getting their feet out of the way. So Pakistan survived the first penalty corner from Australia. Artisham now. Comes wide again to Arbaz. And it's lost, but Cooper Burns left it behind. Lucky reprieve that time for Learcat. Thrown into the air. Well, that's got to be an Australian free hit. Just coming into that 5 metre space that time was Ali Ghazamfar. Craig Murray feeds it forward now to Brodie Foster, back in the starting lineup after serving a one-match suspension. Again, good work by Murray. Murray into the circle. Long corner, sliding in that time was Sufyan. It's taken quickly by Henderson. Henderson looks to get it into the circle, but good defence again. That was Sufyan once more, and I think it caught him on the knuckles, so he's in a bit of pain. Zinner just calms things down for Australia. Geddes pushes it wide to Adamson. That is Angus Adamson. Dylan Downey now. Downey, who has impressed me with his penalty corner flicking. Stolen away, Zinner dispossessed. Good tackle coming in from Gazanfar. Shaped to make the pass, then changed his mind. Shahid carries it forward. Shahid still on the ball, tries to get it into the circle, but coming back is Geddes, who cleans up for Australia. Good stepping out again from Sufyan. Every time Pakistan win the ball, there's a cheer down below. Gazanfar pulls away now. Into the circle he goes, looking for a foot. It's a long, no, it's a free out. He lifted it too high. Has a chat with the umpire, debates it briefly and plays on. Good lead again, coming this time from Diarmid Chappell, but the ball didn't go to him. Downey feeding it wide to Roberts Campello. Geddes just feeds it back again to Dylan Downey. Adamson played in that time by brother Hamish. Free out for Pakistan. Almost 5 minutes gone. Throwing it wide, looking for the run of Learcat. Foster has to just retreat. Murtaza goes back again to Arbaz. Atisham for Pakistan. Learcat again just sitting in that pocket in front of the defence. Comes wide now to Murtaza. Well, deemed dangerous, I think, as that was lifted past Foster. So joining the fray now, Will Matheson. Will Matheson, who went to Marymount College in Queensland. Nathan Zinner, one of Altona's finest, Altona Hockey Club. In fact, I've got that wrong. He's not Altona, he's Ride Hunters Hill. Got him in completely the wrong state, Nathan Zinner. My apologies for that. Stolen away, good defence that time coming across from Downey. Geddes throws it to the air. Foster brings it down. And kept in play by Adamson. Dylan Downey now. Geddes again, short pass into the midfield. Into the circle it came that time from Max Friedman. Zinner will still, well, no, he won't. That's brilliant skills from Pakistan. And that's the danger they've got to look out for. Shahid into the circle. Geddes, really good tackle. Zinner from the side. So Pakistan come back again, and the ball with Murtaza. Feeds it across the field of play to Atisham, and again, just the bobble on the pitch, I think, then deceiving the player. Approaching the halfway stage of the first quarter. No goals as yet, and you'd have to say really no clear-cut opportunities either. And worrying for Australia, they are going to be a player down. Noah Faye, I believe, has picked up a knock and may not participate in this game. He's hoping he might be available for tomorrow. Ball comes back this time from Ahmad. Goes all the way back to Liaquat. Arbaz to Murtaza. And now Sufyan. Sufyan plays a low trajectory aerial pass. Free hit goes Australia's way. Lachlan Rogers, good pass by him, picks out Henderson. Henderson skips past one challenge, tries to get past a second, but Sufyan just nicks it off him. Henderson were peeling for a free hit as he ran back and then slapping his thigh in frustration. Atisham again, using the width well. It'll come back to him. Just drops the pass to Murtaza. Arbaz now. Sufyan. And slipping that time, and Pakistan pounce on the loose ball. Abuzar puts it in the goal, but there's nobody anywhere near. Oh, the crowd, some of them getting very excited, but clearly no touch inside the circle. Henderson goes back again to Downey. Taylor now. Downey once more. Feeds it to Henderson. Look at the pressure on Henderson straight away from Sufyan. Pakistan will know that Henderson has been a pivotal player in previous games, and they will look to snuff him out as quickly as possible. Henderson again goes back this time to Angus Adamson. Beats one, spins away, and the ball goes out of play over the baseline. 16 to Pakistan. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Sufyan played in the Asian Games with Arbaz, and I've had another 6 or 7 players here, so they've got a little bit of time under their belt together, Pakistan. But this young squad sadly became the first Pakistan team not to make the medal rounds of the Asian Games. India, of course, claiming the gold medal and qualifying for the Paris Olympics. Liaquat now throws it long, one bounce, it goes out of play. Basharat had no chance really of keeping that one alive. Downey goes to the air again. It's brought down well this time by Matheson. Infield to Henderson. Henderson saw the space and the break down the left-hand side. It was Nye Roberts-Campello who made the break. Now it's Craig Murray in the corner. Murray faced with Atisham, goes back to Nye Roberts-Campello. Australia thwarted at the edge of the circle. Good defensive play by Pakistan, and Abdul Rahman coming back and helping out. He's a potent force in attack, Abdul Rahman, but also does his fair share of defending as well. Arbaz now. Australia just sitting off. Arbaz throws it wide. Brought down by Atisham. He now throws it long, but nobody's in that corner. So it'll be a free out for Australia. Certainly making the forward runs where Atisham was aiming was the new player in the side, Arsalam. Plays his hockey for Punjab in Pakistan. That's a good pass. It's also a very good turn by Cooper Burns. He's lost possession though. Pakistan just check back, hold it up. Ball comes wide now. Abdul Kaim, good ball infield. Good control again being shown by Ahmad. Stolen away though by Australia. Craig Murray feeding his mate Cooper Burns. Those two have been prolific for Victoria, their state, going through all the age groups. Craig Murray though now having moved across to Western Australia to be part of the Kookaburra squad. And of course, I'm sure Cooper Burns hoping that a good display here may force his way into that squad for next year. And who knows, could it be Burns and Murray combining for the Olympics in Paris? Matheson just played that one forward, didn't get the foot, and breaking out of defence. It's good work again from Zakaria. Zakaria, short pass by him to Gazamfar. Throws it out onto the right-hand side. Abdul Rahman brings it down. Comes back to Atisham. Once again, it's Gazamfar feeding it forward. That was brought under control brilliantly by Hamza. Into the circle come Pakistan, across the face of goal. Back of the stick is the call. Much to the relief of the Australian defence, because that had gone all the way to the back post where two Pakistan players were waiting. A warning for Australia. Nathan Zinner now to Henderson, back to Zinner. Taylor goes back to Dylan Downey. Geddes to Downey again. He feeds it wide to Taylor. Taylor, the player penalised. Abdul Qayyum getting the free hit for Pakistan. So into the final minute now of the first quarter. Starting, you'd have to say, very similarly to the India game against Germany. Cautious first 15 minutes. Brodie Foster now. Foster goes past one. Superb tackle to take it away from him. And now Sufyan looks to try and start something. But that tackle by Mataza was timed to perfection. I think Foster just wondered where the ball had gone. Smashed forward by Pakistan. Nothing on the end of that. And that is the end of the first quarter. No clear-cut opportunities for either side. Australia winning a penalty corner, but we go into the first break. It is Australia 0, Pakistan 0. The Australian coaching staff trying to tell the players exactly what they want. Just trying to think, that's Jay Stacey there. They've obviously got Mark Knowles involved and also Matt Wells. So they've got a real wealth of knowledge and experience. Jay Stacey, of course, World Player of the Year in 1999. And none of these players were born then. And I'm sure that makes Jay feel just that little bit older. Well, the second quarter now underway. Still 0-0 in this match. The semi-final, the second semi-final to decide who will play Germany tomorrow for the Sultan of Johor Cup. Coming into that space, appealing was Learcat, but already in a good position was Matheson. Matheson slipping, unfortunately, as he made that break into the circle. And that's caught the foot, and it's going to ricochet. Nye Roberts-Campello having to run really fast to get there, and then he got a little shove in the back from Shahid. But great defensive work by Nye Roberts-Campello. He's another one from Altona, so even though Zinner isn't, he is. 2019 he played for the School Sports Australia under-16s. Nye Roberts-Campello working hard on the far side is Max Friedman, but free hit goes against him. Thrown very, very high and long. Jumping really well. It's lucky that Taylor's one of the taller players for Australia, because I think that would have gone over the head of many others. Taylor doing well. Adamson feeding it forward to Zinner. Good pass. And Friedman thought he'd got the pass away, but it's stolen. Pakistan now just slipped the ball wide. Abdul Kaim back in field. He goes to Gazamfa. Mataza now uses Atisham wide on the right-hand side. Great pass by him. And unfortunately, Shahid couldn't keep it under control. Australian defence just playing it amongst themselves there, and then fed to Lachlan Rogers. Oh, nice turn, top of the circle from Burns. 1-0 Australia! Cooper Burns gets another one. That's his 4th of the tournament. And Burns just managed to turn the defender, and when you give him that much space, you better be picking the ball out of the back of the net. Wonderful finish by Cooper Burns. And Australia take the lead 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Well, Cooper Burns, who won the Colin Batch medal again in Victoria this year, scored 40 goals for his club in Victoria. 20 of those from penalty corners and 20 from field goals. Of course, Colin Batch, the coach of the Kookaburras, the award named after him in Victoria. Cooper Burns, I believe, won it as well in 2022, so back to back. Pakistan trailing now. How will they react? Gazamfar throws it over the top, looking for the run. That time off. Wow, that was close. It was Learcat who threw the pass across the circle. And Pakistan, the worrying thing, have this ability to improvise. They also are extremely quick when they look to counter-attack. Pass to Henderson. And they just narrowed the space in that midfield, and they've stolen the ball. Good play again by Pakistan. Mataza plays it wide now. Helping it forward is Abdul Kaim. Mataza on the ball again. Has to come back. Gazamfar now. Managed to avoid the challenge coming in from Matheson, but Australia have got it back. Lovely skills that time. Really good play coming from Diarmid Chappell. Chappell, though, again, just pickpocketed as he carried on forward. He was going to pay at the counter and realised his wallet had gone. Brilliant tackle by Learcat. Mataza comes wide to Learcat again. Learcat is without doubt a really good talent for Pakistan. Brought down, top of the circle, danger here. Abdul Rahman trying to turn and find a way through. Great defending by Australia. Still with Abdul Rahman though, he's done very well. And a miscommunication that time. And the attack breaks down for Pakistan. Well, this team from Pakistan, they really are the hopes of Pakistan, with the senior men's team has been in a bit of disarray of late. So they are the next generation, and they're hoping that they can generate the interest, the support back home, and also gain a little bit of success. As Chappell almost went over the hoardings there. Ahmed Chappell, who played for the Wallaroos club in Maryborough in Queensland, now plays for Norths, or Northern Suburbs, in the Brisbane League. Arbaz. Back to Sufyan. Gazamfa. Sufyan again. Atisham now. Oh, that again. That's the sort of ball you almost expect Abdul Rahman to get under control, because he is that kind of player. Henderson in the midfield, now plays it square. Zina just coming off the bench, tries to cut infield, appeals for a free hit from Zikria, and he gets it. Sufyan plays it forward, just a mistrap that time from Shahid, and it was Henderson who just pushed it over the side. Arbaz. Sufyan again. Sufyan, who came through the Dar Hockey Academy like many of the players here in this team. He's made a mistake now. It was stolen by Adamson. Trying to feed the ball back to Adamson, but it's fallen to Zina. He goes square, back to Zina. Into the circle. Zina kept going. Arbaz, and a good save. We've got to play it down. It caught the Mataza, I think. The apology from the Australian players, and Brodie Foster showing his concern. And amazing that they're all well and able to play on. Just again a reminder, Luke Aldred from New Zealand got hit in the mouth or in the jaw yesterday, and we heard he was going for x-rays today, but had 4 stitches in his mouth. He's okay, his face is a bit swollen, but they think he may have a fractured jaw, so it's very easy to get a fairly serious injury playing this game, and you have to respect the courage of the players. Henderson again turns it over in midfield, maybe just trying to do a little bit too much on his own. And Pakistan just restricting what he can do. Sufyan, as I was saying, from the Dar Academy. Originally from Banu in Pakistan. Comes wide now to Mataza. Working hard to close Mataza down was Will Matheson. Helped forward. Zina let that one run, and that was dangerous because it's now with Pakistan. Don't think he really realised that there was a player coming in around behind him. It's Atisham who's on the ball, and Atisham is a tricky little player. Along the baseline, it's a free hit to Pakistan just outside the circle. Must go the 5 metres before it's played in. It has done now. Atisham pulls away from a little bit of danger. Gets the pass, it's a good one, and unfortunately for Pakistan, Basharat's pass just goes harmlessly out of play. So thrown long. Brodie Foster should bring that down. He's faced with Arbaz. Foster gets into the circle and has been penalised with shielding the ball. Wide again to Liaquat. 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Australia leading by 1-0. Cooper Burns' goal, the difference between the two teams at the moment. Liaquat again. Goes back to Sufyan. Arbaz. Sufyan once more. Short pass from him to Mataza. Liaquat helps it on. Abdul Rahim. And the free hit goes the way of big Michael Taylor. Mind you, I could say that about most people calling them big, but Michael Taylor is a tall man. Zina just holding it up in the midfield. Carried forward now. Good work by Friedman. Just doubled back when he was facing trouble. Zina, really hard pass, and it was brought under control well by Will Matheson, who won a free hit. Umpire, though, wants it taken from the right spot, so Zina steps forward. Back to Matheson now. Matheson tries to get it in the circle. Sufyan, though, does a good job stopping at the edge of the circle. Feeds it forward now to Shahid. Back in defence it goes, comes wide again to Liaquat. Liaquat closed down by Cooper Burns. Cuts infield, then doubles back. Gives it to Arbaz. Short pass this time to Mataza. Arbaz again, he wants to go to the air, but Australian players were too close, so in the end he goes to Mataza. Mataza was looking to go on the reverse stick, then ran out of space. Good play being done that time by Lachlan Rogers. Adamson. And Murray it is who gets it into the circle. Craig Murray looks to turn, tries to beat two. And, well, the umpire's waving his arms around. I think we're trying to work out. I think it's a long corner as Murray goes to get the ball. There was no clear signal as to what was going on. Comes wide again to Taylor. Taylor tries to push the pass. He's got a free hit for his side. Zina over the ball, goes back to Taylor again. Pakistan look to push out. Comes to Geddes. Now to Downey. Geddes again. Taylor once more. Taylor, that was a foot, edge of the circle. Zina plays on quickly, goes 5 meters, plays it across the circle, has got the pass to Craig Murray. Murray trying to find a way to squeeze the ball across the circle. Gets past one. Still faced with another Pakistan player. Then he's forced out of the circle and Pakistan come up with the ball. Brilliant defending again by the green shirts. And here they come. What a pass to Abdul Rahman. Campbell Geddes, though, comes across. He needed to clear it because Abdul Rahman was closing him down. Liaquat now gets the better of Matheson on halfway. Liaquat, though, closed down. That was good work again being done by Cooper Burns in a defensive capacity. Arbaz. Under 2.5 left in the first half. Arbaz carries it up the middle. Cooper Burns needs to watch where he puts his hands, putting him in the back of the player. Now it's a chance coming forward for Ahmed. Ahmed gets into the circle, keeps it alive just inside. Brilliant steal. Well, it's been given. Is it a long corner's been given to Pakistan? Arbaz takes it to himself. Sufyan throws it long. Max Larkin came out, bossing his area, doing really well, the big Tasmanian. Now Brodie Foster surges into the circle on the reverse stick. Foster fires home Australia's second, and that all came from that brilliant bit of play by Max Larkin in goal. Foster finishes it superbly, and Australia go 2-0 up. But never forget the contribution of the goalkeeper at the other end. Well, that is the perfect tonic for Australia just before half-time. And boy, oh boy, is this similar to the other semi-final. Germany scored in the 16th and the 28th minute. Australia have scored in the 18th and the 28th minute. And it was 2-0 at half-time to Germany. Well, that's Brodie Foster's third of this campaign. And from Western Australia, plays his hockey with Old Aquinians, or Reds as they're known, Old Aquinas School. And he may show the exuberance on the pitch, but he's a shy guy off it, I can tell you. And is that a penalty corner being awarded to Pakistan? So they got a chance right at the end of this first half to pull a goal back. Their first penalty corner, and as I mentioned, they are dangerous from penalty corners. 7 from 14 they have scored. 50% conversion rate, when in the competition it currently sits at 33 at the start of today. So well above the competition average. And Arbaz and Sufyan are both lethal. Arbaz probably gets a little bit more pace. Arbaz is at the second battery, Sufyan at the first. This will be a real test for Max Larkin in the Australian defence. And it's been mistrapped, so Australia can breathe a sigh of relief. There's still a minute left in this half. So they've conceded a penalty corner and they've survived it, Australia. That is the danger area for them against Pakistan. Ball comes again now to Mataza. He throws it to the air. Arbaz is still forward. And just taken away from him. And Geddes plays it out over the sideline. It'll be Pakistan ball. The clock is counting down quickly. We're into the final 30 seconds now. They need to get it in the circle quickly if they want another penalty corner. They do. But once again, Australia happy to carry it out calmly. And the whistle goes, so it'll be Australia ball. Coming forward is Angus Adamson. Just played it, in fact, to the defence. And Downey feeding it to Geddes, who just lifts it forward to Murray. Murray, aware that the clock was ticking down, played that early, but there was no time left for it to get into the circle. So after a 0-0 in the first quarter, just as we saw in the game against Germany, Australia managed to find 2 goals in the second quarter. And so they go into half-time, courtesy of goals from Cooper Burns and Brodie Foster. It is Australia 2, Pakistan 0. Welcome back to the Tamandaya Hockey Stadium. Half-time in this second semi-final between Australia and Pakistan. And Australia leading by 2-0. Can they go on with the job? Obviously, it's a risky scoreline because if Pakistan get one back, then the belief will come that they can get another one. I can tell you these two teams have met in the Sultan of Johor Cup on 8 occasions, and Australia have won 7, and there's been 1 draw. So Pakistan has never beaten Australia in the Sultan of Johor Cup. I have to say I was surprised to discover that. And the last time the draw happened, well, that was in 2014. And Australia scored 36 goals in those 8 games compared to Pakistan's 9. And in the last 3 games, it's been 5-0, 8-1, and 3-1 to Australia. So ominous signs, but Pakistan, this is a different team, different generation. And you just wonder whether they can find a way back into this match. Roland Altmans, who came on as coach, met up with the team only at the airport. So he's had a tough job, but they've really performed well in this tournament. One of the 4 teams to get to the semi-finals unbeaten. And now they're just going to have to show some real resolve and some Pakistan magic to get themselves out of this hole and maybe back into this match. Australia, on the other hand, will be looking to make sure that that does not happen. They'll be searching for another goal just to give themselves that 2-goal cushion if possible. Pakistan players going into a quick little huddle. Max Larkin goes down under his bar into the goal for Australia. And I was told by someone that he's absolutely loving it here in Johor Bahru because apparently he has a car in Tasmania that has a lot of mods on it. He's modified it, and frequently the police follow him and pull him over. Well, here in Johor, he's loving it because on the team bus, the police are actually in front of him, giving him a police escort to game. So a new experience for Max Larkin, and a little bird told me that he's absolutely loving it, having the police in front rather than behind him. I should just state he's never actually been prosecuted for doing anything wrong. It's just they're a little bit suspicious of his car because he has all these modifications on it, but they're all legal. So we're just waiting for the countdown to get the second half underway. Abdul Rahman over the ball for Pakistan. Can they find a way back into this match? Trailing by 2-0. I'm sure that Pakistan will believe they can come back. They are a side that never doubts their own ability. Unfortunately, a mistrap by Gazamfar. Just sees the ball go over the side. Henderson leaves it this time for Angus Adamson. Back to Geddes. Nathan Zinner. Mr. Consistent, I think, Nathan Zinner. Just always keeps things simple. And if he eliminates the mistakes, then that makes you a valuable asset. Zinner again. Probably gonna... No, you see, he keeps the ball again for Australia. Even though 3 Pakistan players were closing him down. Played forward now by Taylor. Stolen away by Pakistan. Abdul Qayyam in the corner, but just dropped the ball back. And Pakistan will be confident to get out of there. Pushed up the side. And they're approaching the 23-meter line. It's good pressure by Australia as well, but in the end, the free hit goes against Diarmid Chappell. And look at that turn, pulling away from Henderson. Remarkable. Gazamfar receiving the ball in the end. Free hit goes to Pakistan, and the man who created that attack. Zakaria higher on the ball again, feeds it to Gazamfa. Gazamfa into the circle, slipping her Australia, comes back to Zakaria. Zakaria across the face of goal, and it's cleared by Taylor. Taylor staying calm, managing to find Chappell. Chappell drops the ball back to Zinner. Zinner's seen the run, but he just got the pass run. I think he saw Henderson coming up, but he'd also seen Murray. And maybe just seeing Henderson out of the corner of his eye was drawn to that run and put the ball between the two of them. Atisham from the side. Mataza. Mataza again, a little bit of a flick up to Atisham. And that's a really good pass, but also fantastic defence. Well, that was great awareness being shown by Nye Roberts-Campello. And he did that in a previous game where Australia looked to be caught, and he came from absolutely nowhere. So Nye Roberts-Campello has saved his side a few times in this tournament. Atisham again for Pakistan. As Australia no doubt expected, Australia having to defend hard. Pakistan coming at them at the start of this half. Breaks for Pakistan, saved by Larkin. And Larkin playing it into the attacking player. Good work again by Max Larkin. Adamson now. Friedman calling for the ball on the left-hand side. Geddes has seen him. Friedman goes infield, got right underneath that one. It'll be a 16. Max Friedman, a product of Shenton College in Perth, Western Australia, which is renowned for producing hockey players. Comes wide again now for Mataza. Nothing doing down the left-hand side. The Australian defence shifting across well. Sufyan pushes it to Mataza again. He's a little bit wider. Foster closed him down. Sufyan under pressure, gets the pass into the midfield. Shahid, the captain, tries to spark something through the legs of Geddes. Shahid plays it to the back post. It's been missed initially. Nye Roberts-Campello, though, found the foot, and that'll be a card playing on after the whistle. And there's no good complaining. The whistle had gone. Everybody had heard it. And I think just the frustration. So Abdul Rahman will have 2 minutes on the side. Australia will have a player advantage for the next 2 minutes, and that might be just what they need at this point, because they've been under the cosh a little bit since half-time. And now with the player advantage, they can just keep possession and make Pakistan work. Geddes comes wide this time to Angus Adamson. Angus Adamson just self-passes from the side. 2 Pakistan players, so has to go back to Geddes. He in turn finds Downey. Downey moves it on quickly. Nye Roberts-Campello tries to lift it, slips as he goes, but Pakistan have come up with the ball. Good defensive play again by Zinner, just forcing then Mataza to play it backwards. Gazamfar should bring this down, and he does, waiting to come in. Good discipline again shown by Max Friedman. Adamson goes to Friedman. They're both teammates at YMCC in Perth. Club that the great Jamie Dwyer used to play for. And Tyler Lovell, the former Kookaburra goalkeeper, still plays for. Lovely turn in the midfield there from Rogers, pushes it wide. Rogers waiting to give an option to get it back. Comes back to Downey though. Zinner just dropping it back now to Geddes. Downey again, helps it wide. Roberts-Campello receives. Has to try, he slips again as he tries to turn. He's done well to beat one player so far. and then gets the free hit. Just having to take it a little bit further wide. Downey again. Smashes that one across to Taylor. Taylor into the circle again. It's good running coming from Rogers. Lachlan Rogers accelerating into the circle and showing that he's got a turn of pace. And that's a key thing. If you can just have that turn of pace to pull yourself away from a defender, makes such a difference. Ball to Adamson now. Adamson going into the circle, just, well, free hit goes against him. Pakistan look to play on quickly. Early pass finds Arsalan. Arsalan carrying it but forced wide. Good defence again coming that time from Rogers. Arsalan throws it to the air. It's brought down inside the circle, kept in play. And trying to turn, he's done well, is Abdul Qayyum. And across the face of goal it goes again. So Australia living on their nerves at the moment a little bit. Gone past the halfway stage in this second quarter. Sorry, second half, third quarter. Comes back to Downey again. Oh, and he's just played it straight down the middle. Chance now for Shahid. Shahid will look to go himself. Brilliant tackle, top of the circle. Very, very important tackle made then. So again, it was Rogers who made the tackle. So Rogers again making a couple of really important tackles. The man from the Canterbury Hockey Club in Tasmania. Apparently he was a talented all-round sportsman, could do AFL, running and water sports as well. But hockey has benefited by him choosing that, and here he is representing his country. So 16 to Australia. Still leading by 2-0. I'm sure they would like a third. Geddes receives it from Downey, goes back to Downey again. Gets the ball back, pushing across now is Arsalan. Downey with ease will feed it out to Taylor. Taylor tries the ball into Henderson but missed him. So here comes Pakistan again with Ahmad on the ball. Henderson chasing him. Ahmad pushes it forward. Wanted the return pass, didn't get it. Another important tackle coming in. And that was the captain, Craig Murray. Feeds it to Hamish Adamson. Hamish Adamson on the attack now. Looks to square it. That's a very good pass. Picks out the runner, Matheson. But unfortunately, Pakistan have stolen it back for Australia. Have to get back and start defending again. Arsalan turned away on halfway. That was, again, good defensive recovery by Australia. We're into the final 5 minutes now of this third quarter. Australia hoping to get a victory and make the final again after suffering the pain of losing in a shootout last year to India. I think they'd also like another crack at Germany, to be honest. Still a long way to go though. Atisham smashes that one in again. It goes through the circle. Penalty corner has been given. Must have just caught the foot of the Australian player, and this is a dangerous moment for Australia. Pakistan could get one now just before the final break. And then just watch how they pile on the pressure in that final 15. So once again, Max Larkin is going to have to be disciplined, and also his defence will have to do their job as well. Arbaz comes forward, Sufyan too. Sufyan at the first battery. I would suspect this time they will go to Arbaz because it's a little bit smoother at the second battery at this end. They do indeed. It bobbles though. Arbaz tries to play it through his legs. Australia appeal for a hit. A free hit out, and they get it. It's thrown forward. Eventually it is picked up though, and turning and going away is Cooper Burns. Burns though just played it unfortunately behind the run of Roberts Campello, and over the side it went. So again, Australia survive a penalty corner from Pakistan. This was a team with a 50% conversion rate. Well, in this game, they haven't converted at all. The game when it really, really matters. Trying to come in from the right-hand side. In the end, was looking for support, had to play it back, but Chappell just misdirected his pass. Sufyan. Just caught the body that time, so it'll be Australia free hit just inside their own half. They don't mind if it takes a bit of time to get the ball back to where the free hit is. Eats up valuable time. Taylor plays it to Adamson. Craig Murray now, edge of the circle. Murray turns brilliantly along the baseline, pulls out, tried to go with a reverse stick. Took a deflection. It'll be a long corner to Australia. Nathan Zinner over the ball for Australia. Plays it square to Taylor. Taylor back to Geddes. Downey now has to just take a couple of strides to get it under control. Played down the line. Henderson. Henderson's gone in the circle. Cooper Burns, I think it is, down there, trying to find a way to... Well, free hit's gone against him, which he was a little surprised about. Pakistan look to play out from the back. They've got 2 minutes left in this quarter to try and find a goal and give themselves a platform in that final quarter. Desperation in the midfield there. Just lost it was Abdul Rahman. Henderson cleans up again for Australia. Feeds it wide now to Campbell Geddes. Taylor to Downey again. Poor Downey. They keep playing the ball behind him. He has to keep changing direction. Well, this time it's straight to him. He'll feel happy about that, I'm sure. While Australia eating up valuable time, just keeping possession. Then it's thrown long, and that is a great pass into the circle. And smashed into the stick of Atishan. That's Craig Murray again, the captain, who just brought it down and pulls away and just kind of ghosts into space, Craig Murray. Craig Murray, who is of South African descent but was born in Victoria. Born in Brighton East. Atisham just deflecting that one away from the circle. Australia again doing well, forcing Pakistan back. Gazamfar is eventually, well, I thought he'd lost the ball, conceded a free hit, but it's actually gone Pakistan's way, but they've got about 17 seconds to get the ball forward. Good name for a song, that actually should be 7 seconds, isn't it? Gazamfar wanting to get on with it. He's got to take it outside the 23. The hooter will go. And the hooter sounds for the end of the third quarter. No goals to either side in that 15-minute period. So it means that going into the final break, the score's the same as it was at halftime. Australia 2, Pakistan 0. Well, Pakistan in a tight huddle down below us, trying to plot a way to come back in this game. It's going to be tough, though. Australia already in this tournament have kept 2 clean sheets, not conceded a goal. They conceded 2 against Germany, and that was it. 3-0 against Great Britain, 4-0 against South Africa. And Germany was in the same pool. Germany unable to keep a clean sheet the whole tournament as yet. So the final period underway. Australia leading 2-0, a place in tomorrow's final of the 11th edition of the Sultan of Johor Cup up for grabs. Pakistan have never won the trophy. Australia have won it twice and won it for a 3rd time. Played forward again. Great break this time coming from Chappell. Chappell pings it, and unfortunately it goes straight out of play. Australia have won it twice. They've also lost in the final twice. In 2012, dare I mention, against Germany, and of course last year against India. Atisham. Pakistan trying to find a way back into this match. Into the circle they come, and it's just gone out. It'll be a 16. Pakistan, of course, losing the 2016 final to Australia. I think that was the last time they played, actually. So it's good to have Pakistan back. Ball played wide now. Mataza to Atisham. That's again a great overhead pass brought down by Shahid coming into the circle. Well, it was Shahid going into the circle. It was brought down by Abdul Kaim. Good work being done by Friedman to Henderson. Gave it a little bit quicker this time. Australia moving the ball. Rogers, though, unable to get it under control. And drawing the foul was Gazamfar from Friedman. There's space now for Pakistan on their left-hand side. Zakaria. Oh, backstick is the call from the umpire. Zakaria puts his palms up in disbelief, but decision's been made. And umpires rarely change their decisions. Comes back to Taylor. Campbell again. Campbell-Geddes, that is. Infielder Henderson. 2 Pakistan players follow him. Henderson manages to get away from 2, gets a bump that time from Zakaria. Throws a quick pass over the top. Australia in the circle, look to lay it back. That was a good effort by Murray. He's won a penalty corner, and a nice little fist pump with him, and I think that's Chappell. So, 2nd penalty corner for Australia. Coming on with the instructions is Michael Taylor. Michael Taylor is a drag flicker, but unfortunately he's not being selected and is walking back to defensive duties. But you just wonder whether they're keeping him up their sleeve for the World Cup. Campbell-Geddes is at the first battery. Cooper Burns at the second. It goes to Geddes. It wasn't a good trap. It's Murray now. Plays it across the face of goal and at the back post. Well, he's going to be kicking himself when he sees that back, Liam Henderson, because it was perfect for him to just dink it in at the back post. But he was just a little bit too upright, and I don't think he was expecting the ball. And, of course, the thing they always tell you is always expect the ball if you're at the back post. Arbaz throws it forward, brought down by Adamson. Manages to feed it forward again to Rogers. Rogers back to Adamson. Adamson's going to lose out this time. Abdul Kaim plays it down the line. Atisham. Atisham, what a pass under pressure. Manages to find Mataza. and it's just wide. Long corner to Pakistan. There's still 11 minutes left, so if they manage to get one, there's plenty of time to get a second. Murtaza goes back to Arbaz. Arbaz slides it all the way through. Max Larkin, long way out. Really courageous goalkeeping, but confident goalkeeping. Brilliant. Zakaria lays it back. Good block this time by Nye Roberts-Campello again inside the circle. Well, that's about the third or fourth time he's made a brilliant intercept like that and saved Australia's bacon. Oh, something's gone on higher up the pitch. I think we've got a player with a little bit of blood. It looks like it might be Brodie Foster. A little bit of blood on his knee, and the umpire's making him go off and put something on that. I think Brodie said that's not a cut. He's tough, Brodie. Tough as teak. Campbell Geddes finds Henderson now. Short little pass in the midfield. Zinner happy to carry it forward. Pushes it wide now. Good work by Matheson. Matheson, well, he's got the free hit. Just get the feeling Australia need a third goal just to ease the nerves. Top of the circle, Henderson. Good save, Ali Raza. Roberts-Campello feeds it back in. Shot on the turn. Another good save by Ali Raza. Still with Australia. Henderson again. And was that off the mitt? I think it was. Well, three good saves from the Pakistan goalkeeper, Ali Raza. Studied science at the Punjab group of colleges, Ali Raza. Zinner feeds it forward to Geddes. Geddes into the circle but loses possession. Chance to break now for Pakistan. Abdul Karim on the ball. Goes infield, Zakaria. Zakaria looking to play that forward. Brilliant intercept that time from Craig Murray. Murray combining well in turn with Adamson. Back to Adamson again. Stolen from him, edge of the circle. Good defense by Pakistan. Abdul Karim did well again down that left-hand side, keeping it in play and keeping it alive. So too as Atisham did well. That time though, Geddes picks it up with ease, feeds it forward to Zinner, who will just calm things down in the center of the field. Goes back to Geddes. Dylan Downey showed and then goes himself. Roberts-Campello goes back to Downey again. Downey takes a tumble. And the ball is played forward by Pakistan, and Abdul Rahman is getting into the circle. Abdul Rahman, Campbell Geddes is there. Geddes, what a steal. Well, he hung off him and then just waited for that moment. It was like a Venus flytrap from Campbell Geddes. Just snap and it was gone. Roberts-Campello feeding it back to Geddes again. He'll get the return pass. Little bit of space for him. We're approaching the halfway stage of the final quarter. Australia edging towards another final here in Johor Bahru. Foster gets a free hit, edge of the circle. The Pakistan defender turning around as if butter wouldn't melt in his mouth, going, who, me? Played on quickly by Nathan Zinner, clever by him. Up in the air it goes. Foster's brought it down, spins it back across the face of goal. In the end, it's come to Freedman. Freedman tried to keep it alive for Australia, blocked it. Adamson takes a tumble, and brilliant play, avoiding all the damage coming out of defences. Shahid it was. Gazamfar. And Gazamfar is denied by a really strong tackle, low down by Michael Taylor. So Australia again in possession. The clock now Pakistan's enemy as much as Australia is. Nathan Zinner almost turned into a bit of trouble, but had Taylor to help him out. Downey, quick scan before the ball arrived. Knew that he had Roberts Campello available. Good pass by him into Rogers. Rogers wins the free hit, plays on quickly. It's going to break kindly for Matheson. Matheson into the circle. And it's a long corner. Well, sprightly from Will Matheson. Zinner again, calm as you like, just plays it back, then makes himself available. Taylor to Angus Adamson. Friedman. Hamish Adamson wins a free hit now, edge of the circle, goes back to Friedman. Almost, it just was taken away from Matheson. He thought he was going to come to him and he was going to get a clean shot at goal. Now it's Pakistan again. Played back this time from Murtaza. Comes wide to Ahtasham. He's got a little bit of space. Foster, though, closes it down and makes it a lot smaller with his big presence. Lovely pass to Zakaria. Zakaria faced with Zinner. Just checks back. Pakistan desperate. Throwing a high ball and was brought down well by Friedman, but he lost it in the end into the circle. Good defense again from Dylan Downey. It was Gazamfar Abuzar who was trying to win it back. Abuzar has it back, but the whistle goes and it'll be Australia's ball. We're into the final 5 minutes now. Just gone past 4.5. Australia so close. Downey needs to keep his eye on the ball. Don't need any mistakes now. Craig Murray. Murray, well, he's lifted that one into the circle, so it'll be a free out for Pakistan. Learcat was the man who brought it down. Arbaz plays it forward up to the halfway line, having to stretch on the far side. Looking to feed that one forward. Downey came across and got there ahead of Hamza. So it'll be a long corner again to Pakistan. The ball goes back from them. It'll come wide to Ahtasham. Ahtasham gets it under control, goes over the 23-meter line. Plays it back in turn to Learcat, back to Ahtasham. Ahtasham now tries to play it in. It's lifted. And the whistle's gone. It'll be a free hit. Came up off the stick of Will Matheson. So Ahtasham has Learcat behind him. South passes, now feeds it to Learcat. Learcat, little sway of the hips from him. Now to Ahtasham along the baseline. Strong tackle coming out from Taylor. Matheson tries to dink it into the foot of Ahtasham and caught him on the knee with the stick. Matheson apologising and Ahtasham in a bit of trouble. Don't think there was anything malicious in that challenge. It was just clumsy. So Pakistan now with their third penalty corner. 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining on the clock inside the stadium. They haven't managed to convert as yet, and they have the most lethal penalty corner combination in the competition with Arbaz and Sufyan. So far, the 2 penalty corners they've had, they've not been able to trap at the top of the circle. If they do, it's trouble for Australia. Arbaz at the first battery, it goes to him, he flicks, brilliant running again. That time coming out was Angus Adamson. Gets a pat on the back, Brodie Foster congratulates him. So it'll be another penalty corner though for Pakistan, number 4 for them. Arbaz this time switches back to the second battery. Sufyan says, I'll go first battery. They go the first battery, Sufyan tries this time. Great running again by Adamson. Brilliant at the top of the circle as well. I think it was Dylan Downey who did the great stop. Now what's being given? Another penalty corner. Okay. Penalty corner number 5. It was a while coming. Must have been off the shins or something of Adamson. So we're into the last 3 minutes now. Arbaz at the second match, Sufyan at the first. Can Pakistan find a goal? Trapped, Arbaz slips to Sufyan, he didn't get there. And the Australians come out and basically literally smother him. It was like Taylor fell over the top of him. And Australia try a quick counter-attack, but unfortunately it goes over the sideline. Well, it was almost like Taylor was doing downward dog over the top of Sufyan as he slipped. Atisham brings it down. Gazamfar, Foster penalised, and the ball has to go back for the free hit. Foster won't mind, it eats up time. Atisham, Zakaria again, cuts inside Foster. Feeds it back now, Abuzar. Good block from Nathan Zinner. Craig Murray feeds it forward. Cooper Burns will play it back inside. Well, he didn't. He's going to now play it down the line to his mate, Craig Murray. He does indeed. Murray looking for Burns again. Cut out, though. And Pakistan are running out of time. Goes to the air. Good run through the middle from Shahid. Shahid brings it down. Adamson stands firm. Shahid turns. Beats Larkin. Shahid gets a goal for Pakistan. That is a wonderful finish by Shahid. But is it too little too late for Pakistan? The captain, with a brilliant individual bit of skill, eventually beats Max Larkin. Australia concede their third goal. There is 1 minute 40 left on the clock. And Australia going into a huddle, and they know what they've got to do. They've got to kill this game now. They will have possession from the restart. But we've seen some wonderful goals in this tournament, and that is another one up with the best. So that is the 93rd goal of the tournament. And we've still got 3 games to go. Henderson needs to keep possession. Gets the free hit. Well, Australia seem in a hurry to get on with it. Take it into the corner. It's Brodie Foster now who's got it over there. Lost it though. Pakistan have got a chance to break, and they can do that quickly. Some fool in the crowd is whistling, which is not what the players want, because someone will stop and it could be a player from either side. Gazamfar turns in the midfield. Played forward. Geddes pushes it to Foster. Good avoidance by him. Gets a bump in the back from Abdul Rahman, and unbelievably that was play on, and a free hit now to Pakistan. 40 odd seconds left. Zakaria pushes it wide. The crowd are urging Pakistan on. Australia steal it at the edge of the circle. It's a free hit, but they've turned it back over to Pakistan. 30 seconds remaining. Sufyan on the ball. Pakistan will go straight down the middle. They do, and deflect it wide. Well, what a chance that was. Nobody was picking him up inside the circle, and the deflection went past the left-hand post of Larkin's goal. And that was a wonderful opportunity for Learcat, and he knows it. He just stood there thinking about what might have been and how the headlines would have been all about him. 2 seconds remaining. That was good play that time to just delay things by Diarmid Chappell. And Australia have hung on, and they have defeated Pakistan, and they will meet Germany in the final tomorrow. And we will also have a humdinger of a game in the bronze medal match, because that will be India versus Pakistan. So Australia-Germany drew in the pool game. India-Pakistan drew in the pool game. Plenty of unsettled business in both those games. We hope you can join us then, but the final score in this semi-final is Australia 2, Pakistan 1.